Okay, here's the start of the video here. I wanted to show you, first of all, this is what I'm calling that band board. The deck obviously lays on top of that, and then there's a band board there that's about 18 inches that I'd like to see the roofing material come down on. And as you can see here, here's the actual problem. This entire deck has leaked very badly. So you can see leaving holes. Well, we actually made that hole, but you can see the failure and everything. So what we're doing here is we're going to tear the entire roof, entire area off right here. This has really nothing to do with you, other than the fact that we are looking for the roofing system to come over the deck, if you will, and then down to the down vertically, if you will, and then we would obviously put the floor in there. I'm going to take us upstairs here real quick so you can see what we got to deal with there. I don't want to stop the video here because it makes me sew it all back together, pain in the doofus. But, okay, so first of all, here's a little deck we have to do, if you will. That's the little one you'll see on the video. Again, we'll do the face. We'll come down, deck the top, and down, come down around that and close that face up. Now here are some of the cracks we got to deal with. I don't know how well we can see these in this very bright sun, but this is the one that really is the only one that's really opened up a little bit. Whether we have to caulk that, silicone caulk that, and seal that first, but several hairline cracks. Somebody cutting on the deck cuts the deck up. Can you believe that? There's people like that in the construction business. But anyway, here, as you can see, more deck. Now, as you can see, there's plenty of cracks, though. We're not short on cracks, but here's the actual deck system itself. Now, the overall deck measures about 55 feet from one end to the other, and then from the wall to the very outer edge is about 15'6". Now, obviously, all the concrete here gets the rubberized surface, along with, like I say, this drop there of 18 inches. As you can see, how water has just run right down in there. And it's almost comical that they did such a shit job. But the biggest problem on this entire job is all the counter flashing that has to be done. As you can see, of course, we have a limestone seal there we would go up against. And then this entire wall here obviously has to be counter flashed, where we're coming up on the wall, if you will, with the membrane material. As you can see, there's some serious work right there and around there. And now also, as you can see, we have multiple piers, so we have to actually counter flash under those piers too, if you will. I'm trying to get down here and give you a little perspective on this. I don't know how good this is looking though, but we have to get in there and counter flash that brick in that area there also. And then of course it continues on underneath there till it comes to the little wall involved there. So pier wise, as you can count them, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 with the grill, which is much the same way, 11, 12, 13 piers that all have to be counter flashed. And this has to be clean and neat, needless to say. I'm assuming we'd bring that counter flashing up, let me see if I can get in on that concrete, up to about the height of the first brick, breaking it just under the mortar joint, unless you felt there needed to be something different there. And you know, again, all the counter flashing is a huge part of this job. And again, the filling of the cracks. Yet the rubber membrane, they tell me, has a elasticity of 200%, so they're saying most of this would bridge over it. We would coat the cracks first and then bridge over the top of it. The only area that really even becomes in question on counter flashing is this area here, and I think what we'd likely do, as I say, the bottom of the threshold, and this is so bright I know it's difficult to see, but we would probably just bring the counter flashing up underneath, right to the underneath the door, and silicone that area right there. But they thought they were going to fix this problem by just caulking this area, and needless to say, the water's coming through the multiple cracks and so forth there. So that's what the job looks like. I have to have a first-class job. Needless to say, need an anti-skid surface there. Of course, the steps, none of the steps get done and so forth. But again, just a simple view of what, another kind of view of what we're going to do here. And obviously my diagram is pretty accurate as far as the area, and you know, the surface area is not really terribly large because, again, you say 55 by 15.6, but then you got to remove that fireplace pooch out, and then this bait area right here. But you know, again, it's the counter flashing that will take time on this, I would assume. So that gives you an idea of what we got, whether you're interested, whether you could come out and take a look at it. Needless to say, we need a non-skid surface installed on that also. And again, as I said, the 15.6, by the way, does not include that face right there I'm talking about. That would be another 1'6". So actually, surface area you're going to cover is going to be about 17 foot thereabouts. But there's a pretty good view of how you have to come underneath the railing system and counter flash around the brick itself. It's a pretty good shot right there to give you an idea. Okay, give me a holler back. We can't wait to hear from you.